So if there's one question I get asked about content creation more than any other one, it's, Scotty, how do I become more confident and more comfortable on camera? And it can be a big deal when you're first starting. I mean, a lot of people, like, the camera goes on and they freeze up, or they feel like they have to put on a show or become somebody completely different. End of the day, it really comes down to 5 bullet points, and we're gonna go over those in this video. The number one easiest way to get comfortable and confident on camera is really what we're doing right now. It's practice, practice, practice. No matter what you're doing, you know, you can throw your phone up, you can just talk to it. Right now I'm just driving, so I decided I'd throw this on and just start talking. And I started doing this a long time ago. Whenever I had an idea, I would just start filming it. I'd pull my phone and just start making a video. You're gonna botch it, you're gonna fumble over your words, you're going to stumble, because I'm gonna stumble through this entire video. But that's the fun part about it, is you can fix it in editing afterwards. But the more you do it and the more you practice, the more comfortable you become, and you slow it down, you speed it up, depending on the pace you're trying to go with. So if I could give you any bit of advice, it's just start filming content. If you want to get better at being on camera, the only way you're going to do that is by being on camera. So pick up your phone, pick up your camera, pick up anything that you've got that can film you, and just start talking. Find something that you want to talk about, or find a product that you want to promote, and, you know, make an ad, or just talk to the camera as if you were trying to make an ad for that company. Or if you're trying to make a vlog, just start vlogging, start filming your day, start putting together pieces. Nobody has to see these videos. There are so many videos that I had when I was starting out that I just shot and they live on my phone, or they live on my original cameras, and I look back and I'm like, wow, that was extremely cringy. But if I wouldn't have taken those initial steps, I would never be at where I'm at now, where I can just pick up the camera and just start going. I can also go on live. I can go on, you know, the Instagram lives, the TikTok lives, the YouTube lives, and just have fun talking to the audience, or talking to basically yourself. And you just get super, super comfortable the more times that you do it. And also, when you're talking about product, you learn how to talk about product as if you are just in love with the product. And that's another thing, is if you're going to be promoting product, find products that you actually like, because it makes it so much easier when you're trying to promote them. As a UGC creator myself, and as somebody who creates ads for a living, and I've partnered with over 150 brands now, which is absolutely mind-blowing, and I'm still going to like look back and go like, wow, like, why did these people hire me? And it's because I'm relatable. I don't try to be anything more than I am. I'm not an actor. You know, I've acted in the past and I've done all that stuff, and I realize that the acting, it really takes away from your audience. It takes away from who you truly are, and people can sniff that out and see that you're not being authentic. And when you're not authentic, people don't want to buy, and they don't want to click. They don't want to do any of your calls to action. So be yourself, get on camera, and just start practicing, because that's the first thing you have to do to get good at anything, is just do it more. Next is a pretty simple one, and it's just speak to the camera as if you're speaking to a friend. I say the easiest way to learn this, and the easiest way to put your mind in that already like safe space, is to think about the camera as if you were on a FaceTime with a friend right now. If I was talking to a friend, or I was just, you know, had somebody on the other side of the camera going back and forth with me, how would I talk to them? I would be natural, I'd be normal. I'm not trying to perform for you. I'm just giving you information, you're giving me information, I'm listening, and I'm talking back and forth. The only thing that you're missing here is the other person on the other side. But if you can start to see the camera as a friend, it's gonna be a lot easier for you, because you don't have any problem just talking to friends. When people say that they just freeze up, or they lock up, or they start to become somebody else on camera, it's because they're just not authentic and they feel like they have to put on a performance. Don't feel like that. It really just comes down to slowing down and thinking about it as, I'm just here with you. I'm not here with 1,000 people. I'm not on stage. There's nothing going on outside of you and me just having this conversation right now. If I'm trying to promote product, it's a little bit different, but even though it is a little bit different, it still is the same kind of like aspect, because all I'm trying to do is tell you how much I like a product or a service as if you were a friend of mine. The second you start doing that, the more people are going to trust you, and the more people are going to want to be, you know, involved with what you're doing. And this comes down to content creators, this comes down to UGC, this comes down to the business owners that I consult with. It's really about just trying to make the person on the other side of the camera feel like you're talking to them. And if you can talk to them like you're talking to a friend, you're gonna make more sales, you're gonna make more friends, and you're going to make more people feel honestly trustworthy of what you're saying. Because at the end of the day, your word is everything. And if you botch that, it's over. And your reputation's everything as well. And if you botch that, it's over as well. So yeah, you just have to think about it as a friend. Easiest way to do it, think of the camera, look into it, and do it a couple of times. If you're recording something, don't feel like you have to get it good on the first one, or get it straight on the first one. Look at me right now. I'm botching this all over the place, but I'm just talking authentically, and I'm not even gonna edit this part, because at the end of the day, you need to see that this is what happens. But if I wanted to, turn the camera off, start again, and film another clip. Realistically, you have as many takes as it takes, but the more that you do it, the better you're going to get. Look at the camera like a friend and talk to it as if it is your friend. Third is going to bank off of what I was just talking about, where don't focus on perfection, just focus on your messaging. You know, too many people try to get it perfect. They try to make it so clean cut. They try to make it so like they don't look like they have any mistakes or anything like that. I fell into that category a lot when I was first starting. And of course, you know, making it clean and making it as concise as possible and understandable as very, very, very key in, you know, your messaging and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it's the messaging that counts. I guess it kind of goes both ways. It's what you say and how you say it. You really have to just focus on what you're trying to get across. Who are you talking to? What are you trying to portray? How do you want the person to feel? With marketing and with branding, it's really about feeling, because people buy people first. They don't buy products. And if you are trying to sell a product, you have to make somebody fall in love with you before you do anything. So if somebody trusts you, they like you and respect you, they're probably going to trust, like, and respect your product just as much, because you are basically just a mirror image of what you're trying to sell or what you're trying to create. And this goes further than just sales. This is being on camera. If you want people to relate to you and you want people to actually like you, they have to be able to relate and like you. So focus on your messaging, focus on who you're trying to help, and focus on what you're trying to say, because the way that you say it is going to be so much better and so much clearer and do so much more for you than if it's perfect and it seems like it's perfectly scripted out for you. 4 is use your mouth, but also use every other part of your body. Body language is extremely important. You know, it makes people feel comfortable when you're moving around. Move your face, smile, interact. You know, look at yourself and look in the mirror a lot of the times and kind of go, when I talk to people, do I have resting bitch face? Do I use my emotions? Can people see how I'm feeling through how I exaggerate things, how I talk to people? You know, there's so many other cues in people's minds minus what you're saying, and you have to be able to make that known when you're talking. You know, like, I think the best people that, you know, can sell and can, you know, actually create content, they're really good at using everything. They're good at using every emotion. And when they use their emotions in their face, in their vocals, and, you know, how they move their hands and they interact, you can see their excitement. And I feel like that makes more excitement and it brings more excitement to the table. So if you're going to be talking, make sure that you use all the elements of talking, of communication. It's your hands, it's your eyes, it's your forehead, it's your mouth, it's how you, like, pronounce things, it's, you know, how you know, say things louder and then like a little bit quieter, and, you know, just use all of these different emotions and use everything you've got, because at the end of the day, communication is more than just what you say. It's how you say it, and then it's what people see when you're saying it. If you're really excited about something and you're moving around and it's engaging, people are going to be a lot more inclined to want to listen to what you have to say. So keep that in mind. Use body language, use all of this stuff, because it's all going to come down to how people perceive you, and if they perceive you as an exciting person, they're probably going to want to see more of you. Number 5 is one that I fell into the category for a long time of, and I see too many people do it, and it's a huge mistake. It's over-scripting and not being genuine. So there's nothing wrong with scripting out what you're going to say or giving yourself bullet points. Like for myself, I have my bullet points for this video right here. But I'm not going off of that. I look down, I see what I typed out, I see what I wrote, and then I'm just going to free flow it a little bit. If I ever need to, I can go back to it, I can see what I'm going to be talking about, but don't be so stuck on script. If you're stuck on script, you're not going to be your authentic self, and then you become a robot, and nobody wants to listen to a robot, first of all. Nobody's going to buy from you, because at the end of the day, it looks just like you're acting and reciting a script, and we don't want to do that. We want people to feel engaged with, we want people to feel heard, and we want people to feel like you're actually fixing their problem. And if you're out there just, you know, talking to talk, people can see that. And you, like, I always love, because I can always tell when somebody's reading a teleprompter, because you can feel it. Be natural, be normal, be yourself, get some points across that you want to talk about, but then at the end of the day, be you, be yourself, and let the charismatic you come out with what you're trying to say. And at the end of the day, if you know what you're saying and you can articulate it well, it should just flow. Like right now, for instance, I'm not, you know, even looking at my script. I'm hitting all the points that I want to hit, but I also know that I might have a couple moments where I have to stop here and think about it, or go back to my script and go, okay, well, what did I write at the end of it? Okay, don't read things word for word. Obviously, we're saying that. Be more spontaneous and engaging. Obviously, we're going over that. I didn't say those directly, but I got the point across in what I'm saying. It's a lot easier said than done, but at the end of the day, if you follow those 5 steps, you're going to be fine and you're going to get a lot better at this. If you have any questions for me, or you want to work hand in hand with me on growing your business through UGC content, or you just want a little bit of help on the business coaching, branding, marketing, messaging, feel free to reach out to me on Instagram at Scotty Scheller in the DMs. Or if you want a faster response, go into my email below, send me an email. Just let me know a little bit about what you're doing. If you're trying to be a UGC creator, you're trying to be a content creator in general, or you're a business trying to create content for yourself. I work with everybody from the small mom and pop shops all the way up to the massive corporations that we all know and love, and I do it on a daily basis. I've been doing this for years and I know what I'm doing. So let me know if you have any questions or comments, or if you want to see more of this raw kind of content. I'd be happy to make more of it for you. And until I see you again, we'll talk soon. Peace.